What is going on, Star Wars fans? We are back. We're going to be talking something a little different today. I normally do not cover Star Wars Rebels all the time, but in the latest couple episodes that happened last night, I'm definitely going to have to talk about this because it literally changes Star Wars beyond so many levels. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys do, please leave a like to the channel, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. If you like the content, again, subscribe, share the video, share the channel, share your thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys want to give me a follow, links down in the description below as normal. Let's go ahead and get this started. Guys, we have where the Ghost team is still on Lothal. They are trying to go to the Jedi Temple on Lothal, and the Empire is digging up artifacts as well as scriptures, as well as paintings, and everything that has to do with the Jedi Temple. And then, of course, we see a artifact or a painting of the ones, the Force users, the father, son, and daughter, and Ezra as well as Sabine. They're trying to open this, and Ezra opens it by using the Force. He uses it first on the daughter's end, and then it switches and he opens it up. The father opens it up somehow, and then the Lothal Wolves is able to circle around to make a portal. So Ezra, he jumps into the portal, and he is in a world of worlds. He basically is looking at different portal openings that go into different spaces of time. And we see where he goes to one, and while he's walking, we're hearing Obi-Wan, Yoda, Qui-Gon, Anakin, um, uh, Kanan, we hear Ahsoka, we hear just everybody that if you've seen all the movies, you'll be able to recognize them. And they did an amazing job by putting that in there, by the way. And we also see where he goes up to a portal and he sees the Yuhu, like the bird that was with the daughter, and he's like, I know you. He says, you were always around Ahsoka. And then of course we see the portal open up and we see Vader versus Ahsoka, and this is when after she closes the door and she starts fighting Vader within the Jedi Temple on Morse. And what was so interesting is that it looks like it was going on this present time. And he's like, well, what can I do? And then it looks like that she was going to be killed by using the Jedi lightsabers by opening up the lower end of the temple. And when that happened, Ezra grabbed her, and then of course we see they both pass out, and then they see one another and they have to catch up with what's going on. So she does know that Kanan's gone, and also with everything that's going on with the Empire's doing, and she tells him like, this is a world beyond worlds, like this is something that nobody's ever seen before. And he thinks, okay, I saved Ahsoka, I can save Kanan. So he tries to open up he goes to another door by hearing whatever's going on, and then Ahsoka tells him, you cannot do that. If you do that, then that's going to change the future. It's going to change. He may live, but you and the others may die. And it takes Ezra a minute to realize this and actually accept that Kanan did the thing he thought was best, was giving himself up so the rest of them could live and actually keep fighting. And it took Ezra a minute, and she says, you have to let him go. And that was an amazing moment, because even though Ahsoka is not technically a Jedi, she still gives that wisdom, and she still knows. And she also says, you can save your master and I can't save mine. And she understands she can't save Vader, she can't save Anakin, and she knows that Kanan cannot be saved because of the choice he made to protect everybody else. And that's what Ezra had to do. And then he's like, okay, well, what do I do? And he says, she says, well, you open up the portal, now you gotta close it. He says, well, everybody's gonna be happy to see you. And she says, I can't go, which I will get to in another minute. And then later on I will make another video that has to do with Ahsoka connected to this. We also see where this is what was really interesting when they were trying to get out of there, of the world between worlds, because they had so many paths you could choose, as well as the different portals. And we see Palpatine somehow has the ability to open it up while they're in there, and he starts attacking Ahsoka along with Ezra with force fire. And he starts using it, and they're running. And as soon as that happens, he captures Ezra by the leg, and Ahsoka has to cut it with the lightsaber, and then she starts running, and she says, we gotta split up. And he says, when you're there, come find me. She says, I will, I promise. And she jumps through her portal, and then Ezra starts running again, and he jumps back on Lethal. So it does look like that Ezra, they were able to close the portals, and they somehow destroy the Jedi Temple. The rest of the Ghost team was able to get away, and then finally when he wakes up, he starts knowing that I don't think they're going to be seeing the low. He has to finally say goodbye to Kanan, and he finally does by seeing one of the Loth wolves, and he just says goodbye, Kanan. So Ezra made his peace with Kanan. He knows that Kanan was giving him, in a way, one last teaching. By also, right after Caleb died, he saw a wolf that resembled Caleb's Kanan's signal, which of course was his real name was Caleb Doom, and this wolf was named Doom. So it really did kind of coexist with who Caleb really was. That his Force essence was still around within the wolves, because the wolves were so connected to the Force. And we also see where Ahsoka, she was able to jump back through her portal, and she basically says she says, may the Force be with you, Ezra Bridger. And we see her back on Morris. Now, this is what's really interesting, is it does look like that world does have the ability to make everything stop, and you can go either to the past, the present, or the future to change it however you may want. But of course, you'll have to deal with the consequences. And we did see her at the end of season 2, when she's exiting where she's still within the temple. So I really do believe that that is what happened. That's how she was able to survive when we saw her, because with the timeline, now that they're putting time travel in this, that I believe is how she survived. But we did not know that because they have yet to written it. So now I think that is the reason how Ahsoka survived, and that's how come we saw her. So they may put more of this in Star Wars. They may put it in another series about time travel. They may put this more into other movies possibly, because now it's branched up to what can happen, how can the past be changed, how can anything be changed. But of course, you change one little thing, something else may be changed. So that's my full review, guys, for Star Wars Rebels for last night's episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a little different. I gave full on detail. I know there's probably a few things I missed. I wanted to really focus on the Jedi Temple along with Ezra and Ahsoka. And I'm going to make a separate video about Ahsoka, so stay on the lookout for that. Hope you guys are enjoying your day or night, wherever you may be located. Let me know your thoughts about last night's episodes. What do you think? Do you think we're going to see time travel again? I believe so. I think there's a big opening for it, which I will do in another video later on this week. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next one.